Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Fright Friday right here on Night Owl Video. Today we're talking about the gruesome film Audition, which was a first-time watch for me, so I hope you stick around. We're going to be doing cast and crew, production, critical response from the movie reviewers, where you can watch it and all that jazz, so I hope you stick around. Thank you to everybody who subscribed recently. I really appreciate you following my channel and joining me on this physical media and movie journey. So let's jump right in. This is a Japanese horror movie from the year 1999, directed by Takashi Miike, who also did Ichi the Killer, or Ishi, I guess. I have not seen that movie, I don't think. I think he did some other movies too, but I'm not super familiar with his catalog of films, but this is one I've been hearing about for like so long, and I finally did find this on a Facebook Marketplace pickup, and I was really happy to add it to my collection and finally get around to seeing it. This movie stars Ryo Ishibashi, who was also in The Grudge 1 and 2, and Ihi Shina, who was in a whole bunch of movies that I've never heard of. This happens a lot with foreign films. A lot of the actors, a lot of them I don't know the movies that they were in, with the giallos and the Italian movies, and also with the Japanese and Korean films that I've watched. Just a lot of the other shows that people have been in I don't know, because maybe they're kind of more obscure or hard to find or whatever. So the synopsis for Audition is: this disturbing Japanese thriller follows Ayoma, played by Ryo Ishibashi, a widower who decides to start dating again. Aided by a film producer friend, played by Miyuki Mutsada, Ayoma uses auditions for a fake production to function as a dating service. When Ayoma becomes intrigued by the withdrawn, gorgeous Asami, played by Ihi Shina, they begin a relationship. However, he begins to realize that Asami isn't as reserved as she appears to be, leading to gradually increased tension and a harrowing climax. And boys, oh boys, was it ever. So Audition was originally a project of the Japanese company Omega Project, who wanted to make a horror film after the great financial success of their previous production, Ring, which was obviously a big hit, and then became redone by an American company with American actors, and it became obviously like a big hit. I'm trying to remember who directed that. Can't remember. It was the guy that did Pirates of the Caribbean. Anyway, Ring was a big hit, and so this film company, Omega Project, wanted to do a follow-up to that to kind of capitalize on that, and this is what they decided to make. The film was shot in about 3 weeks in Tokyo, which was about one more week than usual for Miike's films at the time. The film has appeared on several lists of best horror movies ever made and has had an influence on other horror films and directors. Audition had its world premiere on October the 2nd, 1999 at the Vancouver International Film Festival. The premiere was part of a program of modern Japanese horror films at the festival, including Ring and Ring 2. When the film was screened at the Rotterdam Film Festival in 2000, it had a record number of walkouts. One woman who had actually sat through the entire film immediately walked out at the ensuing Q&A session past the stage and hissed, quote, "You are sick," unquote, at director Takashi Miike, much to his amusement and delight. At the Swiss premiere, someone passed out and needed emergency room attention. So this film is not for the faint of heart. And don't be deceived by the first half of the movie, because it's like really just kind of more of like a drama. But the second, or even like the last half hour, it's like, whoa, baby. So described by Quentin Tarantino as, quote, "a true masterpiece if there ever was one," unquote, in a video discussing his favorite films released between 1992 and 2009, which is actually available on YouTube if you want to watch it. Heavy metal musician and horror movie actor Rob Zombie admitted he found the movie to be the most creepy and unsettling of any horror movie he'd ever watched. The film was slated at one point to get an English-language American remake. In the 2000s, when Asian horror remakes were oversaturating the market. Negotiations fell through and it never got made, which is actually, in my opinion, a good thing. I think some of those ones, they didn't need those remakes, like Dark Water and The Eye. You could even argue The Grudge and The Ring, for that matter. The original Japanese versions are so much better than the American ones. Although I will say I did enjoy the American Ring with Naomi Watts. Oh, that's really bugging me, the name of that guy. You guys can leave it in the comments below. Gore Verbinski, that's it. So the critical reception for Audition was that it currently holds an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ken Eisner of Variety gave the film a positive review. He referred to the film as, quote, a truly shocking horror film that was made even more disturbing by its haunting beauty. So there you go. Good job, Ken Eisner, on your review of this film. My thoughts on this movie, I did really enjoy it. I can take quite a bit of gore, but honestly, I did find the end of this movie really difficult to watch. I found it was really quite gruesome. For those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was really, really, really graphic and really violent and really gross, and maybe slightly appealing in the sense that this guy was kind of like, you know, he wasn't being totally honest with her, and the whole setting up like an audition to like find the woman that he wanted in his life and that. And so it's not really like I didn't really look at it as like a revenge tale, but she kind of did in a way get revenge, I guess, in a way. Though the guy that she did to, you know, this violent part that I won't really get into describing, you know, he wasn't that bad of a guy. It was just kind of the way he went about things, I guess. But yeah, I mean, everybody talks about this as far as like the gore and the extreme violence in it, and it is all true what you've heard. I know Bravo did like their top 100 like shocking horror movie moments or whatever like that, and this was like pretty high up on the list. I think it was even in like the top 5. It is really, really gruesome. So if that's not your thing, you're probably going to want to skip this one. But if you're okay with it, the bulk of the movie is, like I said, it's really just kind of a drama. And a lot of people just kind of sitting around talking. It's only towards the end that you kind of get like this dark side of the female character in the movie. So yeah, I liked it. I think it's a difficult one to say if I will rewatch it. I thought it was like, again, in my previous video, I said like I had recently watched a lot of movies recently, like 20 or 30 movies, and like most of them I could have turned off very easily. A lot of them I just looked at my phone. A lot of them were just kind of forgettable, like Manhattan Baby, movies like this that I watched. But Audition and In the Mouth of Madness were two probably the best that I watched recently. And so yeah, and like I said, I've been hearing about this movie for a long time, and being a fan of Japanese horror back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I always was kind of on the hunt for this, but I never found it up until recently. So I was really happy to finally see it. Again, so I'd recommend it to people who like Japanese horror or Japanese thrillers, people that like a bit of story with their horror, or like a build up, like some good tension in it, because you've probably heard about this movie. I mean, it's been out for over 20 years. You've probably heard about this movie somewhere along the way, and it is really like unnerving, and like this build up to the end, which is just so gruesome. Like, and I've seen Hostel, and I saw Saw, and I saw those movies that like they were nothing in comparison to the last 20 minutes of this movie. So satisfying if you just kind of want to see the roots of like the real, like what I guess they called it, torture porn. I would say this is probably a big influence on a lot of those people. Eli Roth and Rob Zombie and Tarantino and all those cats all cite this movie in various episodes of shows and things like that, and reviews and top 100 lists and things like that. So again, highly recommended for people who have a pretty strong stomach, who like Japanese horror, who just like a good thriller. But if that kind of stuff is not your bag, definitely do not watch this one. This edition is the, let's see, this is the 2002 Maple edition of this, Maple Pictures. It has a runtime of 115 minutes. It does drag a little bit, I have to be honest, through the main part of the movie. You're really just waiting for that ending, because you know, even if you've never seen it, you probably know the ending is intense. So I felt like I was waiting for that to start, and so a lot of it was just talky drama, and then look out. But so at the runtime of 115 minutes, this is from 2005, Japanese horror. Like I mentioned, this is a Region 1 DVD. It's not rated. What else? The special features are liner notes and director's bio inside, which, yes. So there's the inside of this edition. This edition of Audition. So it comes with this thing here, which folds out. So this is the a bio of Takashi Miike, as well as notes about the film Audition. And then on the back, oh, it's the Takashi Miike filmography. There's some stills from the film. There's a little taste for you. That's in there. Let's see Takashi Miike. Other films that he was involved with. One Missed Call. What else? Ishi the Killer. City of Lost Souls, Dead or Alive, Andromeda, The Bird People of China, which I think I've heard of that one before, Full Metal Yakuza. So he's been doing movies since 1991, and as of this edition, he had been doing movies up to 2005. So busy fella. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Audition. Like I said, I will probably keep this in my collection for a while. Oops, I dropped it. I'll probably keep this in my collection for a while and revisit it down the road. My videos lately have been going kind of haywire. One of my upcoming videos has a power out blackout. But anyway, guys, just give me a break. I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I'm a little punch drunk, but anyway, that's my thoughts on Audition. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Did you like this movie? Did you not like this movie? Did you watch it and it was too much for you? Or maybe you're like an extreme gore hound and this just was like tip of the iceberg for you. I also meant to say that the special features on this DVD are director interview, a select scene director commentary, director introduction, photo gallery, Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments segment, which is what I was trying to get at earlier, Ryu Murakama interview, English and Spanish subtitles. So there you go. You can currently watch this on 2 different apps. One is called Midnight Pulp, which I think if you have a smart TV, Midnight Pulp is an app that you can download and has a bunch of like cult movies and things like that. And then there's an app called Asian Crush. I did not look into that, but I think you do. For both of those apps, I think you have to set up an account in order to watch. I don't know if it costs money or not, but other than that, I didn't see where this was streaming anywhere. And in my 3 years of thrifting, this was the first time I saw this on a Facebook Marketplace. So I don't think it's a very common DVD to find around, but maybe where you live, it's more common because I live in a very small town. So things like this just don't surface that often. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Audition. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Give me the thumbs up if you like this review or this kind of content. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Every Tuesday, Cult Movie Tuesday. Every Friday, Fright Friday, my horror movie review. And in between, I sometimes do some thrifting hauls, which I am definitely due for one soon. And like I said, or like I'm going to say in upcoming videos, I'm going to be working on some cool plans for 2024. I'm thinking about doing like a Blockbuster movie series, not Blockbuster the store, but Blockbuster like summer blockbuster type movies, because I really don't have a place to put them on my channel. Most of them don't fall under cult movie, obviously, and a lot of them aren't horror. So there's a lot of movies I watch, like mainstream movies, that I'd like to review, but I don't have a place for them. So I'm thinking maybe in the new year I might think about doing that. If you guys have any cool suggestions for things you'd like to see on the channel, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I will see you at the video store, or at the thrift store, or just out and about somewhere. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be holding auditions for a new partner, because, you know, because that could happen, and that could be bad. So, the holidays are coming, so please try to decompress, stay stress-free, don't worry about making everyone happy. Be calm, chill. Do some things you like, eat some delicious food, get some presents that you want to get for people. Don't spend money you don't have, and just try to enjoy the madness that is the holiday season, because it can get away from you pretty quick if you don't kind of rein it in. So take good care of yourselves and your loved ones and your family, and until next time, I will see you in the next video.